Welcome to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
I am Simon. I play Bertha Huggins, aka Huggy Bear.
I'm Al, or Draenor. I'm playing Mav or Maverick.
My name is Les, and I will be playing Muren.
My name is Jack. I'm going to be playing Boyger.
Hello, I'm Michael, and I'll be playing Sunshine.
And my name is Rhydian. I am the GM. If you would like to follow our runner's journey through 2072's New York, please feel free to check out the link to our living campaign map in the show notes. Additionally, if you would like to submit any new locations or create background information for any of the districts, details on how to submit this can also be found in the show notes. The following content may contain themes and material not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Hey Shadowpunks, before we dive into the recap, we just wanted to give you a message from our corporate sponsor. Nah, I'm just fragging with you. It's mother-fragging Pink Fohawk, one of the best Shadowrun actual plays out there, letting you know more about their show. But then again, you probably knew them anyway, didn't you? If you don't, go check them out.
You ever wanted to play Shadowrun? You know, the cyberpunk tabletop game where man meets magic and machine. It's too hard though, right? Too crunchy? Too clunky? It's a lot of math. Wrong! Pink Fohawk is a Shadowrun 2nd edition actual play podcast, played by the rules, but fast and loose, with all the 80s cyberpunk edginess you know and love, where the hair is big and the explosions are bigger. Follow the story of two rad Shadowrunners, making a name for themselves in the mean streets of 2053 Seattle. Tina Bonemeal, 9.5 feet of pure troll muscle, surveillance expert, and aspiring actress. John Anderson, former company man, with a resume shrouded in mystery and a black belt Nikito. Check out Pink Fohawk Podcast, available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Last time on the podcast, Toya learned that spirits like to know the terms of their contract, and the team put their plan together. Now it's time to go into the safe house and get their payday. Can they do it without attracting the attention of NYPD Inc.? You drive over, fairly casual. It's like 2:30 in the morning. It's the time that Sunshine had said, right, I've set the cameras to loop at this time. It'll be dark, there's nothing about, nobody will notice. So yeah, you pull up outside, and what would you like to do? Who's doing what?
Is the lock on the doors or maglock or mechanical lock?
It's a maglock. Mav, are you doing anything, or are you just hanging out, waiting for something to happen?
Well, first up, we need Huggy to crack the door, so...
Cool.
Mav's just taking Overwatch.
Go ahead, Huggy. If you want to go for it with the main lock, it is a maglock, so are you getting out and going over there?
Yeah, Huggy will go out. I have a maglock passkey.
What rating is your maglock passkey, please?
Rating 4.
Toyer, did you have a question there?
Are you calling about spirit now or waiting until shit hits the fan?
You want to do it now, but we'll resolve the maglock, but we will assume that you are doing your summoning first. Okay, so could you roll your passkey, please, Huggy?
There we go.
So you shove the maglock passkey in, and you see the numbers cycling on it for a few moments, and then it just goes green and goes beep, and there's a as the door unlocks.
The door's open.
Toyga, your porcupine cat in a kimono appears and just kind of looks at you, shrugs, and then starts rubbing itself up against Huggy's van, taking some of the paint off because it's got porcupine spines, because it's a frigging weird little spirit.
He means well, bless.
Sunshine, are you doing anything, or are you just hanging out?
Can I do like a matrix? Would it be a scan to see if there's any other people's pans available?
Yeah, go for it. analyze. It's just a perception check.
1 hit.
You can see a bunch of cameras. You can see the central host for this place. You can see the maglock that Huggy's just opened. There's a few other maglocks about. There's the stove, the lights, the toaster. It's pretty much what you expected to see, although some kids have been putting up AR graffiti all over the place around here. It's just the usual boring background Drek. There's nothing particularly interesting about Sally Loves Stan or anything like that.
Cool.
And it's spelled LUVS. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to run a scan as well.
Oh, you have scan
I have
as a
scan.
program. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You got 2 hits on your scan roll there, Huggy.
Yeah.
You're not picking up any hidden nodes either. You're picking up mostly the same as Sunshine did, except that somebody's left. You can see there's a node for the coffee machine, well, soy-calf machine that somebody's left on.
Well, somebody's left the soy calf machine on. What was the coffee like?
I'm allergic to soy. I didn't try it.
Kinda Drecky and oversweet.
That's roughly what you would expect.
The cake is good.
Maybe I'll go in after all. Grab myself a cup. Huggy sort of laughs to herself a little bit and heads back to the van.
Your arteries, oh mate. Knock yourself out.
Huggy will hand the maglock passkey to Mav. If you get into any other doors, this should help you out.
Right.
If not, she turns to Muren. You know what to do, I assume. Some things that I didn't realize I had yesterday, but I do have, and it would come in very handy, is I have the knowledge skill safe houses.
Ah, for when we need to go hiding.
This is something that I should have realized yesterday when I was looking for the entrance to the safe house.
I was told this was a professional team.
Who told you that? Somebody lied to you.
They are going to hell for lying.
Sharifa. Well, now I understand why she wanted me to keep an eye on you.
Sharifa told you that we were a professional team? Jesus Christ.
Alright, chummers, shall we
Yeah, let's do the thing. Muren, you come in.
You can get in. Could everybody give me an infiltration roll? If you don't have it, you're defaulting on agility. It's just to get an idea of how quiet you're being.
I got no hits.
That's a 1 hit for Muren.
1 hit for Mav.
1 hit.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a critical glitch.
I'm going to spend a point of edge to not have this run go south right at the beginning.
You can spend the edge to reduce it from a crit glitch to just a glitch.
That is what I was going to do.
That's fine. And you've gotten back into your rigger cocoon, haven't you?
Yes, that's it. I'm back in the van, back into the cocoon.
Absolutely fine. So you're all making your way down. I take it the spirit's going as well, is it?
He's going to.
Could you roll for the spirit as well, please, Toiga? The spirit is silence personified. The rest of you, Sunshine, Mav, and Muren, they're pretty creaky floorboards, especially under the troll, but he's pretty light-footed for a troll. And Mav, well, you can hear the ammo belt clinking. Sunshine...
Sunshine's just walking normally, she's just light.
Yeah. Toiga forgot that he was wearing shoes that have like metal plate in the heel, so there is quite a loud clack when his shoes hit the floor. It's pretty obvious he's there, but it's not, oh my god. The drone, on the other hand, as you're going through the kitchenette, the rifle knocks a frying pan handle, which catches on a saucepan, and the whole lot just slides off the cooker. Somebody's left them there. Soup goes all over the drone, and it's just in a big spreading puddle, and there's a loud crash, followed by the classic yoy, 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 yoy of the saucepan landing face down. And everybody just turns and looks at the drone.
I think there's something on my sensors, guys. Has something happened? Did we get hit?
Alright,
You ran into some soup.
alright, let's go. They know we're here.
Okay, so English isn't my first language. Is that a code for something?
Get moving.
We will explain when we get home, sweetness.
You go into the cupboard, and there is a lift. Well, there's a lot of dust, some busted chairs, because there's always broken chairs, folded up tables, stacks of chairs, and at the back there is the ladder hatch and the elevator.
Do we chance the lift or do we take the ladder? My vote is ladder.
Is the lift, like, accessible? Is it just, like, a push-button call, or is it being, like, matrix locked, or...
There does seem to be a maglock on it, just to stop casual curiosity. They have kids in this place. They're not wanting kids to go down there.
Mav, passkey.
Mav, passkey's the passkey.
Failing that, I'm the passkey.
That you are. Let's try it the quiet way. If that still works.
Is this for the hatch or the lift?
This is for the lift, currently.
We're still quiet, we just smell faintly of lentil soup.
I rolled for the lock, so you do not get through today. So it just comes up with a red.
Mav steps back and gestures to Muren.
Should I try knocking?
Knock hard.
If we're going to break it open, I suggest that we try and open up the door hatch, the ladder hatch first.
That's a good point.
I could maybe use my combat knife to shimmy the doors open, slide them open without breaking them.
I still suggest we try the hatch first.
Can I fit in the hatch?
Guys, think about it for a second. The last people who used this lift were the 5 fraggers downstairs. That lift is down, not up. If we can't unlock the lift and bring it to us, it's just an emptied lift shaft. I think we're going to have to go with the ladder.
I vote ladder.
Do we know how far down that lift goes?
Your spirit didn't say.
The spirit was not helpful.
It's as far as it is. We just have to find out. Get that hatch open, boys.
Muren, try it the quiet way, then try it the loud way.
Those are the same way.
This also has a maglock passkey on it.
That's it. Then I'm rolling again. I don't open it. I got 0 hits.
Never mind. So it gives you a red bleep again.
Here's a question. How do they get the rubbish out of the sub-basement?
They probably don't. They probably have a mini garbage crusher in there and they take it out when the people come out.
I don't suppose that they're going to be in there for much more than a couple of days. They said they are going in today because they don't know how long they're going to be in there. We're here today rather than waiting until we have a better idea of the situation because they're not going to be there very long. I imagine they're not making much more than a couple of days worth of waste.
Which probably fits in a bin bag or two.
Yeah. And then whoever runs this place can come down there, pick up the bin bags, give them some soup.
Not anymore. Someone spilled a head.
Fascinating as this conversation is.
Let's hit the place.
Let's open that grate.
I mean, you can try and break it. It's more like a flat steel plate, but you like get the hash markings in it, the anti-slip. It's one of those with a slot for a passkey and a handle.
I'll try to lever it out first.
Give me a strength plus body test.
That's 4 hits.
Okay, so Muren squats down with his feet on either side of the hatch, grabs the handle, starts to straighten his legs. He's getting his back right under it. The others can see sort of the muscles and veins straining in his neck and his arms and legs through the suit, which is quite impressive. And then there's an almighty ping! And Muren straightens up, slams into the ceiling. Ceiling tile just goes everywhere and he lands flat on his ass holding the handle.
But has he opened the grate?
No.
The handle came off.
Yes!
I'm sorry, did you say I slammed into the ceiling?
This place wasn't built with trolls in mind. You were straightening your legs, it went, you basically jumped.
Ow! They never make these places tall enough.
If this place was modified for trolls, we probably wouldn't be raiding it.
Sunshine just has a look up the ceiling, gets up on tippy toes, and then it's like, yeah, I can touch the ceiling here. This is a little bit short for me, honestly. For a community center? Fuck me. Anyway. Muren, whenever you're ready, you mind stoving this door in?
There's two choices as I see it, he says, rubbing his head. I can either slap the thing with my axe, or I can try to open up the elevator door.
The elevator door will probably be easier, but it will be more difficult to get down.
The elevator will be at the bottom. Muren, I think, just stove this hatch in.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess is the way we're going. And with that, Muren unsheathes his axe, prepares for a mighty, very low two-handed swing so he doesn't hit the ceiling. Can I make that a targeted shot, not hitting the ceiling?
You're at a -12. No, fine, go ahead. Just roll it, mate.
You've already disrupted most of the ceiling tiles, so they're not there anymore to hit.
So that's just a combat axe roll, right?
Yes, it cannot dodge this. It just has to soak it.
That's a 2-hit. If you somehow make this thing dodge me,
It's not. It cannot dodge. It's just to work out how long it takes you to get through it. So yeah, and again.
Whilst the almighty clanging is going on, I turn to Mav and go, Mav, you got like a flashbang or anything you could drop down there?
Grenades were normally Slipstream's department.
So it takes you 4 hits as you just go bang into each edge, and you just cleave through each side, and then stamp on it, and just the hatch leaves the edges and just disappears down the hole with a bang, bang, clang, clang, clang down the hatch as it goes.
I think they might know we're here now.
Mav looks at Muren and gestures to the ladder.
I mean, quite honestly, part of me is surprised that if I stamped on it, my one leg isn't stuck down the hole and I'm kind of doing the splits on the edge at this point. Thankfully, Ivar is not sadistic as a DM.
Don't suggest things like that to the DM, he'll start doing it, you idiot.
No, I want to make him regret what he didn't do.
How many edge rolls do you want to make?
If you'd have glitched, I would have totally done it to you. But yeah.
Very fair. Hold on. I'll go down and see what damage I did.
If you're all heading down, or some of you are heading down anyway.
At this point, Grendel is no longer of much use. So I will send Hansel and Gretel over to accompany you guys down. It doesn't really matter if we go loud at this point.
Wait, hang on. Did someone mention a flash grenade?
Anyone got one?
Don't have any. That was Slipstream's department.
Guess I'll be the flash grenade.
As you descend the ladder, the smell of damp and mould hits you, and the steel rungs feel clammy to the touch. The trolls among you only just fit the narrow space, and if anyone was below Muren, they'd be getting showered in the salt seeping out of the cement in the tunnel to coat whomever's below them in white powder to make them look like they've been playing in a Nova Coke kitchen. You all cram yourselves into the tight space at the bottom of the ladder, ready to burst in and get this done, as the crappy pre-crash wiring makes the lights flicker dimly. In terms of turn order, it would be Hansel first, but the door's shut, so you'll need somebody to open it for you.
Can we just sort our turn order by the order we're going in?
You can hold actions. So, Muren, are you going to be opening the door?
Well, yes.
Okay. It's not locked, it's just a door.
I was going to knock on it first.
I think Vivek woke them up already.
As you do, the turret that was basically lying in Overwatch opens fire on you. The big-ass troll just opened the door. So could you please roll your reaction for me there?
0 hits.
Okay, so the turret got 2 hits, so it has 2 net.
Muren, you may wish to edge that.
Do I though?
Okay. So this is going to be extremely interesting, so...
I gotta learn.
What's your ballistic armor value there, please, Muren? This is highly relevant right now.
Okay, I've got rating 20/18.
Okay, so you'll be taking this as stun damage then.
The hell!
Oh, come on.
This character was built to do a job, Sunshine. He's,
Yeah, okay, I'm getting that. Yeah, okay.
he's doing his job right now. Could you roll me your ballistic armor at a -1 there, please, Muren?
That's 9. That's a 9.
9 hits.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so that's 8 stun.
8. You're coming at me straight out the door with stun. Of course you are.
This is, you are getting hit in the chest with bullets that are not going through you, but you're still getting hit in the chest with bullets.
Yeah, I mean, these are Full Metal Jacket. They, however,
They just aren't penetrating your armor.
yeah,
They're
they're
just
just
getting knocked around.
So Muren opens the door, and there's immediately just bam, 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 bam. Huggy through the drone sensors is going, I know that. Is that a white knight? And Muren just has lead plastered all over the front of his chest and his suit, and it's just rattling off him onto the floor. And he's just knocked back, winded a little bit, but he's otherwise okay.
He looks down, brushes his chest. Ow.
He does, however, get to act.
Oh, I do.
Everybody was holding action up until Muren goes.
Oh yeah, that's right, because I opened the door, right? So
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Muren's turn there?
Okay, I don't know much about this kind of combat thing. What's the deal here?
What are you wanting to do from here? You can just run over and attack that goddamn turret that just made your day so bad, or you
Ruined my clothes.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be finding... I mean, you just took 10 rounds of light machine gun rounds to the chest, and you're still walking. It's a good day, but you're going to be finding the damn things in your pockets for weeks.
Question is, am I capable of hitting this thing? That is the question I want to answer.
Oh god, yeah. You can just run over.
Oh yeah. Let's freaking go.
Okay, so you're just charging at it and smacking with an axe, or are you doing something else?
So I should easily be able to charge to that point, right?
Oh god, yeah. So you get a +2 from your charge. This thing can't dodge you because it's bolted to the ceiling. So yeah, just roll your attack.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Don't say things like that. The dice gods will hear you.
2 hits.
Okay, so it's got to resist 9 damage, AP -1. You jam the axe into it. There's sparks going everywhere. It hasn't been destroyed, but it's pretty fragged up. At this point, I'm going to go back into the normal turn order. Hansel, your turn.
Right, so this is a door, yes?
There is a door there, yes. I will reveal a bit more of the map now that Muren has moved up. So, because he can now see around the corner.
That's one of the reasons I moved there. Yeah, should have asked about that earlier.
Hansel will be moving up to this corner.
There's another goddamn turret, which is going to open fire.
That seems fair.
This is going to be a long burst, long, narrow.
That makes sense.
So, could you roll Hansel's reaction?
That's 2.
Please resist 6 damage, AP -1.
True.
So yeah, that's 4 damage that the drone's just taken as just bullets slam into it from the turret. So this has already gotten... You guys have walked in, and Muren immediately got shot, went roaring off down the corridor to hit this thing. Huggy's drone went round the corner, and then those of you in the lift shaft are just hearing this second staccato burst of gunfire going off. And it gets its second attack, because unlike 5th, you can attack twice in a round in 4th.
In that case, that gentleman is going to get a taste of his own medicine.
And by gentleman, you mean that damn turret that just shot up your drone. Awesome. Could you roll me your ranged defense again? You will be at a -1.
That's not great.
No, it is not. Yeah, Hansel's just been destroyed. I'm really sorry, dude. You won't be able to repair it. It's just shot straight through the center of mass and just blown to smithereens.
Yeah, this is what drones are for. This is why we sent the drone and not Muren. Yes, I love my drones, and yes, I will ask if one of you has time, if you pick up the bits, I will try and put it back together.
As the drone explodes, the door to the room slams open, and this asshat, he's taller, heavily built black guy, human of course, he's got a cap, like baseball cap on, it's backwards, he's even wearing sunglasses indoors, like an absolute douche canoe. He's just going to step out, and he's just going to try and hit Muren with a combat axe, so you'll be at a +1 for receiving a charge.
That's 5 hits.
Yeah, he comes charging out, swings this axe at you. You just stop it with your own axe by just putting the haft in front of it, and this thing is like literally in front of your nose. You think it's actually cut you slightly, but it's not actually going to hurt you in any significant way. Huggy, you're rigged into that drone. What are you doing next?
Well, this gentleman has just jumped out and tried to attack my friend, so he's getting a burst to the face.
Gretel just kind of will have to fly down a bit, so Mav, you're pretty buzz-cutted anyway. You nearly get a serious buzz cut as you have to duck a drone going through the door next to you. This is a really narrow space. Could you give me a piloting roll there, please, Huggy, just to make sure you don't cock it up? Yeah, you're all right. It's tricky, but you just about manage. You take out a bit of the door frame but you're move the drone wherever you want, and then take your shots.
So this is a long, narrow burst. That is 6 hits. I am using gel rounds, I should clarify.
Okay, so you have 4 net hits because he got 2, so 14 stun that he's got to resist. AP +1.
Why? Are we trying to keep these fraggers alive?
At least one of them, yeah. We get a bonus if we take at least one back.
As this slams in, you hit him square in the guts, and he doesn't go down, but he does puke.
Right, well then we'll see how he likes the second round.
Okay, go for it.
That's 2 hits.
You have 1 net hit, so you've done 8 stun, AP +1, so let's see how he does. He goes down, and he seems to be unconscious, but he's still throwing up. There's a little bit of blood in the vomit, but he's out of it.
Right. And this is how it is supposed to go.
Mav, you're up.
Woo! So there's a dude there, and a turret there, and a turret around there.
That turret is going to be dangerous if we let it fire again.
Indeed. Mav clicks his M202 to lethal rounds and attempts to put a hole in a turret, or more accurately, 6 holes.
All right, so take your burst. This thing cannot dodge.
The first action, I ping agility boost. 2 hits. It auto soaks.
This thing can't dodge you.
Hits.
All right, so that's 3 hits. This was a long burst, wasn't it?
Long narrow.
Yeah, so 14 AP -2. Let's see how much damage you do to this thing. Well, it crit glitched. So, Muren, you opened the door, you got shot in the chest, you're feeling a bit grumpy, you ran over, smashed the turret, and just turned around to just block this thing, and there's suddenly this massive explosion, and just bits of drone are raining down all over Muren. So yeah, good times. You've gotten rid of the ceiling turret that was so vexing you.
The first ceiling turret that was so vexing us.
Yep, so that puts us on the Spirit of Beasts. Toiga, did you give your spirits any instructions? I think you forgot to, but because you're new to the system, I'm happy to give you the chance to do a Blades in the Dark. Oh, actually, I did this earlier.
So, I've got 4 services from the Spirit of Beasts. When I had it appear outside, I said to it, anything alive that attempts to harm me or my companions is yours to do with as you wish.
Okay.
But the only thing alive that's attempted to hurt anyone so far is... Well, he's now a pile of bloody puking vomit,
All right,
so...
He's only unconscious.
Let's see how well the spirit joins the dots. Could you give me a logic plus intuition roll from the spirit?
3 hits.
All right, so normally I give players a lot of agency with spirits. However, in this particular instance, the spirit hisses, fluffs itself up, and because it's got porcupine spines rather than fur, everybody in this narrow ladder hatch is now going, oh, Jesus, fuck. And then it barrels out between Maverick's legs, who has just finished firing the burst, and Mav's going, that cut my trousers! As this thing legs it down the corridor and just attacks the Humanist guy down here. Because it's worked out it's with the guy that attacked these people.
Clever spirit.
Yes. So...
It's as intelligent as any of us.
Probably more so.
Smarter than some of you, probably. All right, so sorry, I just need to check which character sheet I need. That ooh, that was weird.
It was on the toilet.
Well, a cat in a kimono with porcupine spines just barreled hissing into the room and snarled at him. The toilet was probably the best place for him to be.
Yep. So, do you want to give me your attack?
So we've got 4 hits.
All right. So you have 1 net. Does it have natural weapon?
We don't have natural weapon, no.
He will have to resist 4 physical because you have 1 net hit. He takes a little bit of damage as it kind of scratches. You can see at him, you can see like a little bit of blood coming out of his hand, like at the joint between his boot and his ankle. The guy has obvious cyber arms. Huggy, what is your system plus firewall, please?
My system plus firewall is... This will be on Huggy's 10.
10, okay. And could you give me an analyze roll, please?
0 hits.
Okay, that's fine. Sunshine, your turn.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to do this, so I'm going to ask this out of character. Some sort of bad enemy decking is occurring towards our rigger. How can I, enter Huggy's pan and defend?
If you drop into the Matrix, be it VR or AR, and give me an analyze check, if you can spot them, you can just start attacking them to distract them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's fine.
I'll go... I say go cold them.
Okay.
So does Sunshine just collapse against a bulkhead?
Yeah, basically, I hear lots of gunfire and shit going on, and just go, bugger this, and my glasses, go blue, because they've gone into full, cold sim, thrones are on, AR gloves, because AR gloves are, quite delicate, but have, spindly wires in the back of them. They activate and goes, decking time!
I'm now imagining one of the 2 others in there, Mav or Toiga, just looking at her going, this is no time to faint! Bum, 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 bum. Could you re-roll your initiative for me? Could you roll your matrix in it?
Yes.
The sort of Sunshine just going, oh lord, no!
4 hits on 8 dice, so 12.2.
Thank you. Okay, so it's this asshat's turn. In the same room as the dude in the hat and glasses that Gretel took out before. He's wearing a black beret and he's still wearing his mirror shades indoors. These guys must just have a thing. It looks like, even if it makes them look like complete hoop holes. He's also got one of those head buff things covering his lower face, but he's not brought it up high enough to cover his nose. So that's just hanging out there, ready for somebody to put a gel round in. This asshat is going to... Yeah, he's just going to attack the spirit with the sword in his hand. So could your spirit roll its unarmed combat for me, please?
Of course. 2 hits.
Okay, so he has 3 net, having got 5. So you need to resist, or your spirit rather. What's its armor value, please?
Impact 8.
Okay, so this does crack the spirit armor, so you need to resist 10 physical AP -1.
3 hits. And oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones out of 1, 2, 8.
No, you're okay.
Good, knock.
Yeah,
So look,
you're fine.
I did briefly panic.
You're one off a glitch.
A spirit won't spend edge on its owner's behalf, but it will spend edge on its own behalf. Does the spirit wish to expend edge in this particular circumstance?
Yes, it does.
Cool. So re-roll your misses for me.
Just rolling 10d6, yeah?
Yep. So roll 10d6 and tell me how many hits you get.
6.
Nice. So your spirit takes 1 damage as this guy just slams a sword down on the kitty.
No, you bastard.
The cat largely manages, it looks like it's going to get hit, and it does that weird cat thing where it just kind of wriggles in a way that makes it look like it's mostly liquid, and it just cuts the tip of the tail off. Toiga, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to walk to the point where I can see into that other room and that git that just cut up my cat.
Yeah, I mean, if you go and stand on the corpse of the other dead Humanist runner, that'll do it.
I'm actually standing on him. Have I got enough juice in me to cast Stunbolt on him?
You do indeed, yes. At what force?
Force 4 then. And I get plus
Okay.
2 from my focus. And that's 6 hits.
How many, if any, of your hits do you wish to keep?
All of them.
Okay, so he's resisting 10 stun. He has to do this on willpower alone, so you will need to resist 8 drain if you choose to keep those 6 hits. It's up to you, but I'm just giving you the information.
Let's knock that down. I'm going to keep 3 of those hits instead, because I'm not going to be able to resist that.
That's fine. So in which case you have to resist 5 drain, and he has to resist... You said you were keeping 3 of them, 7 stun. Please roll up your drain, and I will let you know what happens to him.
So drain is 2, so I'm taking 3 stun damage.
The guy kind of pauses for a sec, grabs his head, and just screams as you cast the spell at him. He's looking uncomfortable, shall we say. That's end of pass 1. Huggy, your turn.
So, Gretel.
Yep, because you're rigged into Gretel. What you doing?
I am going to move Gretel to a point where I can fire on this goon here.
So there's a down the corridor, and are you opening fire?
Yeah, I'm going to pump this gentleman full of gel.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
No.
Okay,
Nope.
so...
You haven't even bought the man dinner. Do you have no dignity?
No.
I mean,
Okay, so take the shot.
That is 3 hits.
What is... I may have missed this. What exactly is the situation with that wall that's going on there?
There is a wall, but Gretel is firing past you and Toiga at the Humanist runner. Sadly, Huggy didn't glitch, because otherwise I'd have had her shoot one of you guys in the back.
My back's still fine. Bring it on.
I am much frailer and squishy.
Battlestar Galactica rules.
Bring it.
Okay, so you have 3 net hits. Was this a short or long burst, please?
This was a long burst. Long knuckle.
Okay, so that'll be 13 physical he has to resist. This asshat with the beret and the balaclava that doesn't quite cover his nose. How are you stunning the crap out of him there,
But
Huggy?
he just attacked the kitten. And the kitten is cute. So he's swinging down the kittens and suddenly sort of reeling back with his head in his hands, screaming as blue light flashes out of his eyes or something like that. And as he reeled back, well, Huggy obviously aims for the center of mass. And this gentleman is leaning back and exposing his center of mass, as it were. The shots run up his body. First shot is in the center of the solar plexus. Second is in around the sort of collarbone area. And the rest slowly run up his face.
I'm going to say that one of the rounds, he's got his mouth open, yelling because of the pain from the stun bolt. He's got like a balaclava just covering his mouth, but like a tit, it's not covering his nose properly because he's a wally. And one of the rounds just goes straight through the cloth of his balaclava, and you just hear a crack as it just takes out the teeth, and then he's kind of lying on the ground, rolling around, choking on a gel round.
Ugh.
That sounds deeply unpleasant.
For him. Mav, you're up.
Is there any further of that room off to the left?
Not that you are able to see, and there's not been anybody else come out of it or further signs of violence from that room.
Looks like I can move to there, lean out round the corner, and give that turret 6 rounds rapid.
All right. Daka, roll it.
Long, narrow.
In your own time, lay on.
It's not rapid because that's strictly semi-auto. Ooh, and 6 hits.
Nice. So that, oh bloody hell, so that's 17 that this thing's got resist at AP neg 2. Because you got 6 hits there. How does this happen?
Oh, I go for the ammo box. That's always a good shot.
You have the rounds just slam into the ammo box. It just explodes, bullets cascading everywhere. The next round goes in through... You actually manage to hit the tip of one of the rounds that's on the belt, ready to go in and knock it out. And then the next rounds just slam through the main body of the gun. One of them shears through the support that it's dangling from the ceiling by, and the whole lot's just pointing at the ground, fizzing and sparking.
Meh.
I am going to make anybody going through there do an agility roll to avoid slipping on the bullets that are rolling around like ball bearings.
Oh, thanks for that, Mav.
You're welcome.
Matt, can you pick up the ammo box on Hansel when you're on the way out?
I will try and pick up the whole drone.
There's bits of drone all over the corridor.
I will try and pick up the largest part of the drone.
Rid, can we say the drone's gun has survived?
Huggy, give me an edge roll and we'll find out. This is to find out if you are lucky enough that the gun has not been trashed.
That's 2.
Gun's alright. Yeah, 2 hits. Gun's fine.
Yes.
The rest of the drone is scrap, but the gun's alright.
Right, just grab the guns then.
I've still got a action remaining.
Okay, go for it. What are you doing with your remaining action?
What is down this corridor? Are those doors off to the side?
They are indeed. There is also a door at the end of the corridor.
That's a lot of doorway. I'm just going to cover this corridor. See if anyone pops out.
You can't split a held action across a pass.
Ah.
You could move down the corridor and occupy cover in one of the side rooms if you dive into it and go, what's in here?
Nope, that's someone else's job.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna hold.
Okay, so you won't be able to use that second action, but yeah, that's fine. So the door at the end of the corridor slams open and a large amount of ammunition comes flying down the corridor at Mav. He's got a shotgun and he's just opening fire on you. Could you give me your reaction roll, please, Mav?
I am largely behind that chunk of wall, am I not?
Yes, so you'll get +2 for cover.
That is not enough dice.
That was somewhat unfortunate.
Combat sense, don't fail me now. I'm gonna edge that, because that was pants. That's much better. 3 hits.
Lovely. Unfortunately, he has 5 hits, so he has 2 net. This is slug ammo rather than flechette, so please resist 9 physical, AP -1.
If it's equal to your armor rating, do you take it as physical or stun?
Take it as stun for now.
I take 5 damage.
Okay, so you take 5 stun as there's this boom, and you just get this shot square in the... You know that bit, solar plexus, very, very base of the sternum, where if you get hit there, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh, ow.
Ow.
You just take it right there and just kind of go, oh, from the shot.
This is why you always aim the center of mass.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the boom again. Please roll me your reaction -1.
I will roll you my reaction +1.
Because of your bonuses,
Yep.
yeah. How many hits did you get?
2.
He has 4, so he has 2 net. So please resist 9 ballistic AP -1.
Another 4 hits.
So that would be another 5 stun.
I'm gonna edge that, otherwise I go unconscious.
Okay.
How many dice failed?
So how much damage did you resist overall there, Mav?
I resisted 6 overall.
So you've taken 8 stun overall from
Out
this
of 10.
asshat with a shotgun. As this second shot just slams into your thigh and you kind of collapse down onto one knee, just going, "Ow, that's gonna bruise." It's now the spirit's turn.
One of the people I went into the building with has been attacked, so the instruction's pretty clear.
Yep.
He's going to go and try and eat Mr. Shotgun Man.
Is it just charging him?
Yes.
Through the astral link, you are getting a bit more of a sense of the room. You can't see it yourself. There's another guy in there stood next to the spirit. There is also a number of medical beds and what look like big ceiling high boxes with blinky lights and what looks weirdly like a metal coffin in the corner. Do you want to attack this
I
dude?
do indeed. Where's my attack button?
Cool, go for it.
I got 1 hit.
Sadly, he manages to fend you off. You have thoroughly distracted him, though. He's not going to shoot anybody anymore. Next is this dude. Could you roll me an analyze, please, Huggy?
1 hit.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. Sunshine, your turn.
Cool, so I'm in Matrix. There's someone was attacking Huggy's pan. Can I... how would I attempt to...
You just roll an analyze to be able to find out what's going on. You've dropped into VR and you're going, what the hell's going on?
I got no hits, so...
You have no clue going on at this stage, unfortunately. I'm sorry, dude. If you want to edge it, you're welcome
I have no edge. It's all gone.
Fair enough. Sunshine just doesn't know what's happening right now. Muren, your second pass, what would you like to do?
That's a loaded question, isn't it?
So there's some guys down the corridor. I'll say you can kind of push past the spirit to get further into the room to attack people if you want.
I will do exactly that.
Okay.
I mean, all other threats within my near vicinity have been eliminated, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like it.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on in here?
A lot more than what we thought, and oh fuck, that's another gun.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Thank you.
Damn it.
You did that on purpose.
And there is another dude as well. Muren has just run into the room. What's he gonna... If you want to just keep running and attack the turret, you can just do that.
I was actually thinking about running and taking cover. Could I, for example...
Give me a perception check, please, Muren.
That's 2 hits.
Okay, so at the top of the room, there's something that looks suspiciously like that big thing in the back of Huggy's van. What does she call it? A rigger cocoon?
I suspect I might want to head that way.
Those things are armored.
Do I have enough movement left to make it up there?
Yeah, I'll give it you.
Fair.
I'm pretty sure you do, actually. Because trolls, they're fast.
Yeah, will that give me cover?
Well, I mean, if you open the lid and climb in, yeah. Or you can just hunker down behind the heart monitor, BPI monitor machine. It's some sort of medical machine. You don't know this shit. It goes beep. And when it stops going beep and makes one long beep, bad things are happening, and then they get out the electric paddles.
And you're telling me that you think it would be a good idea for me to get into a cocoon-shaped object that's going beep?
No. So the thing below it goes beep. We're getting really technical
This
here.
is going
It goes
beep.
beep.
This is not going beep, and this, is armored. to protect the person, to protect Ariga from gunfire.
Jumping into a piece of medical equipment that I don't recognize seems ludicrous, over the top, and putting the job in jeopardy, and I will not allow that.
That's fine. The GM gives you the information. What you do with it, that's your problem. All right, so you're taking cover behind that.
Yes.
Doiga, your turn.
I'm going to walk to about here, and I'm going to stun bolt Dr. Mohawk there.
Yeah, so there's some big asshole that took 2 shots at Mav with a shotgun, and the kitty's taken a claw at him as well. He's like big fat guy with a beard and a like short stubbly mohawk.
If you were gonna picture a white supremacist, or a human supremacist in this case.
Yeah. Toyga, you've run up. There's some asshat with a really shitty mohawk in front of you. What are you doing to him?
Stun bolting him.
Good. Please roll me your stun
Okay,
voltage.
force 4. 3 hits.
And how many additional hits are you keeping?
All of them. 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so please resist your 5 drain.
6 hits.
So yeah, you're grand on your drain. And he again just screams, except this time you can see he's vomited a bit of blood as well, and he's bleeding out of one of his ears. He's not in a good way. He looks unhappy. Long may it continue.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's the end of pass 2. Pass 3. Huggy, it's your turn. You're rigged into Gretel. What's Gretel
I'm
doing?
going to move to so where she can see this guy. And the same song again.
Daka. Okay, so shuffler up there and do me the roll. Are you going for the dude with the mohawk or the looks probably Indian, got a bandana, he's got some wraparound shades on.
Gentleman with the mohawk. The one who's actually shot at somebody so far.
I mean, gentleman is stretching it.
The giant white turd with a mullet. He might as well have a mullet.
I mean, if it was a mullet, it would be even more unforgivable.
Mullets are never forgivable.
I mean, at the minute, he's just a failed skinhead.
That's 2 hits.
He actually rolled really well there and managed somehow, no, he was at a penalty, to get 3 hits. So you go wide with your first shot, but are you taking another shot?
Also,
Good woman. Do it.
that's more like it. 5 hits.
5 net hits.
That is what I like to hear. So this is a short, narrow burst.
Okay, so that'll be 12 stun he's got to resist.
Yeah.
So you don't put him... Actually, no, it's stun, isn't it? How are you knocking this guy out?
Right, so this guy's also just been hit with a mind fuck. So this gentleman gets shot. I aimed to do the same thing again, but given that the first shot went wide, I'm aiming... I've got it tried to correct, and I've unfortunately corrected in the wrong direction. So all 3 of these shots go straight into his crotch.
The shots slam in. What colour is the gel in these rounds? Because you can get them in different colours.
For preference, I use grey.
So just grey paint sprays all over his black tactical trousers.
Oh.
And he just clutches himself and goes down screaming. There's a small puddle of blood spreading from his crotch.
Yo.
Well, we didn't want him bleeding in any case.
He's looking pretty fragged up. Which now puts us on Mav's turn.
You just shot the guy I was gonna shoot.
Mavs, there's another gun.
Let's give him both barrels, as it were.
I mean, it's a squad support weapon. It only has 1 barrel. It's neither a shotgun nor a minigun. Nor a really fragging weird pistol.
Give me time, and I'll have at least one of those.
I'm going to call this good cover because your friends and there's a drone, a person, and a spirit intervening, and you're firing through a doorway. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass to hit this thing. Oh, actually, wait, it can't dodge. I'm going to call this a -2 instead. So if you could just re-roll that at a -2.
Nav gets again 2 hits.
Yeah, so you get 2 net hits to shoot this ceiling turret. It will need to soak 8 physical, AP -2.
More than that. This is a machine gun, it can't even do single shot.
Of course, yeah. How much is this, a long or short
Long,
burst?
because I always fire long in my first pass.
Okay, so 11.
13.
Thank you. So it's got so 13 physical.
AP -2.
It explodes.
Boom.
You just completely take this thing out. It's just dead. It's just gone.
Boom.
You can switch target and shoot at the other guy as well, but you will be at a -2 to do so because you're changing target.
I'm also on a -2 wound penalty, but I still have an 8 dice pool, so I'm going to go for it.
All right, do it.
This is a short burst, and yeah, this guy does get stick and shock.
Okay, so you're changing that out with a free action
Yep.
because you've got a mod for that. You just hit a switch.
5 hits.
That's more like it.
You have 3 net. So what are you doing to this bastard?
Well, he gets 3 rounds of stick and shock. Straight into... What's he doing? He's shooting the kitty. No, he's not doing anything because he hasn't acted yet.
Yeah, because he only has 2
He's
passes. This is
starting
pass
to
3.
shoot the kitty, and he sort of turns and sticks his out into the doorway, and he gets 3 rounds into the right side of his chest and his arm.
How much damage is he resisting?
11 against half impact.
So he goes down, jerking and twitching. He's not out the fight, but he's having some serious problems with his motor control right now and seems to have pissed himself.
Electric damage.
Yep. So the spirit doesn't get to go.
That's the last boss, I think.
I believe so.
Huggy, roll me an analyze.
Right. 0. 0 hits. No hits.
Oh, failing.
My analyzer is only 3.
And that takes us to the end of pass 3, which means we are at the end of turn 1. So we'll leave it there for this evening. Thank you for listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. Intro is More Human Than Human by Carl Casey, and the background music is also by Carl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash. All sound effects are from freesound.org and credited in the show notes. The Tops Company Inc. has the sole ownership of the names, logo, artworks, marks, photographs, audio, video, and or any other proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. So if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit.